FNAF's 10th anniversary schedule was just announced, and oh my if it isn't going to be peak. We're getting 8 big announcements in 8 days, and all of them have a lot going on with them. From August 1st to August 8th, we're getting 2 demos for upcoming games, 2 games, 2 big announcements, as well as movie news sprinkled throughout and more. That's like a lot of stuff. And here I was thinking this was going to be a dry year for the FNAF heads. The whole event kicks off on August 1st with the full release of My Pop Goes, which is the newest fan game developed by that guy Theft King said was going to burn in hell, and one of the first official entries in the Fazbear Fanverse initiative. This was a bit confusing at first because My Pop Goes is a game that's already been out for a year on GameJolt. Kane Carter explained in a post though that this will be an expanded version of the game that's already out with extra game modes, mini-games, collectibles, and lore tidbits. So this isn't a big deal as far as content, but it is a big win for the fanverse because something is releasing without horrific allegations tied to it. Day 2 of the event continues the fanverse initiative trend with the release of the demo for the Joy of Creation remake by Nixon. A teaser for the game was released on ClickTeam's website, and based on what we've seen, it's probably going to be the most technically impressive FNAF game ever, official or fan made. Note that it's planned to fully release in 2025 and that this is just a demo as opposed to the full release of the mini Pop Goes game. Day 3 gives us the most vague of all the Decade Day drops with the VIP interactive novel parentheses free. So we're getting a book on day 3. This better have some insane lore reveal, and I have a couple ideas as to what this could be if it's going to be good. It could be an interactive novel version of the VIP ending from Security Breach that would serve to definitively tell us which ending is canon and clear up some of the mess that is Vanny, as well as giving her a chance to be an actual character for the first time ever. That's one option. Another possibility is that this goes along with the upcoming Stephen Callahan interactive novel in some way by following some major event or character from the earlier parts of FNAF's timeline, which would fit in better with the anniversary and Into the Pit, since this is all about celebrating and revisiting the last 10 years of FNAF. On August 4th, we're getting a special Steel Wool announcement. When I saw this, my FNAF-rotted brain immediately said Fall Fest, but then I remembered what J-Top said in his interview with Mr. John FNAF. Carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
I hope that makes everything clear. On a serious note, remember they said that no location is off the table for Steel Wool, so this could concern anything from Help Wanted 2 DLC to a full-on Fredbear game. But I have a different idea of how a Fredbear game could happen that I'll speak on later in the video. August 5th is bringing us the first Scott Cawthon interview in the past 6 years, and the second one he's done with Dawko. It'll probably be set up in the same way as the first, with Dawko asking Scott questions about his involvement with each game that's come out since Ultimate Custom Night, and definitely the movie in this case. I already know this interview is going to feel very different from the first one. It feels like we now know a lot less about FNAF lore than we did when the first interview happened. I'm hoping Dawko asks a lot of book questions, but I also know he isn't too much of a books guy, so I don't have my hopes too high. I'm very scared to see what happens with this interview, because with what has been happening in the community, I can only imagine it going like this. Can we please get a Midnight Motorist hint? No. Will you give us more insight on the Talbot files? I'll explain exactly what that is if you're still confused. Now, you know, I love to talk about that, but let's talk about my new game Into the Pit instead. Awesome. Is that something we should look to for lore, or are book stories separate from the games? You know, let's talk about something else. Why haven't you retired yet? Did you notice that in the FNAF Into the Pit trailer, Bonnie is flossing? Of course you knew that, but you probably didn't know the next Fortnite season starts on August 16th. Guess what's slated for August 6th in the FNAF Decaversary week? FNAF is announcing a collab on August 6th, and there's also a Fortnite update to add skins on August 6th. There is a very high chance Freddy Fazbear will be in the next Fortnite Battle Pass. I will be buying. If you don't like the idea of FNAF being in Fortnite because you think Fortnite is cringe or something like that, perhaps try having a little fun and maybe even a little whimsy. This franchise is already a joke in most people's eyes. Going to Fortnite is just a cool way for FNAF to acknowledge its meme status and cement itself in online culture. For all the haters, Bonnie flossing did have a purpose. I bet he doesn't even floss in the actual Into the Pit game. It was probably just a very cleverly placed clue for FNAF's first huge collab with Fortnite Battle Royale. Remember that odd image of Lolbit at a counter that ClickTeam posted asking for help with a 3D game that would use Unreal Engine? Of course you don't, but look at what Lolbit is wearing here. That's a checkered shirt. You know what has checkers? The FNAF floor. You know what else has checkers? That's right, a racing flag. On August 7th, the demo for 5 Laps at Freddy's by ClickTeam is being released. Think about all the characters that are going to be in this. We could have Shadow Freddy racing Henry Emily. It would be the funniest thing ever if this is a FNAF World situation and this game has dark lore under its happy exterior. The song that's playing right now is a newer one from Leon Riskin's website, and the song is called Blindfold Speed Racing. It reuses a lot of melodies from the Midnight Motorist music to the point where it's basically just a remix. Leon Riskin is the guy who composed most of FNAF's original music during the FNAF World through Ultimate Custom Night era. So there's a good chance he's handling the music for 5 Laps at Freddy's, and that the soundtrack will be comprised of more remixes of iconic FNAF songs like this. On August 8th, the 10th anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's, we're getting Into the Pit by Mega Cat Studios. Reminder that this game is going to be huge, much bigger than we've ever thought. It's going to follow the story of the first Fazbear Frights book, Into the Pit, that was published in late 2019, pre-pandemic, wow, but it'll also have multiple endings. This game is perfect for the 10th anniversary because it's going to allow us to get first-hand experience of dramatized versions of the events that happened at Freddy's in the 80s. From what we've seen in trailers and screenshots, we know that the Freddy's location here has a bunch of Circus Baby's Pizza posters and Fredbear's Family Diner posters, which could have insane lore implications, or they could just be really cool Easter eggs. That's a win-win either way in my books. And judging by the fact that it's the thing that's coming out last on the 10th anniversary of FNAF, it should be taken seriously. If all goes well with this game, I bet we'll get more FNAF games by Mega Cat in the future, possibly even a Fredbear game. Just imagine a nice retro Fredbear game in this style. It just feels right. Or maybe I just really want it to be real. Please, Mega the Cat, I would love that. And yeah, that's all 8 big announcements. But the account also stated that there may also be movie updates sprinkled in as well. And I'm assuming that means we'll get more casting confirmations like what they did in December of 2022, and maybe some more behind the scenes photos like the one with Mangle that was dropped in February or March. If they do post a behind the scenes picture, it should definitely be of the withered animatronics to calm people's fears about what they're going to look like and if they're going to be in the movie at all. And if they do drop casting announcements, it should be something to clear up the rumors about, oh, is Jeremy Fitzgerald going to be the main character? Is Jeremy Fitzgerald going to exist? If Henry Emily's in this movie, they better drop that casting call. I want the subscribe button to light up, so subscribe and smash that like button. But you know I'm covering these things in whatever way I can when they drop, so please just go spread the good word that FNAF is probably going to be in Fortnite for the start of the school year. Goodbye.